Hi, welcome to Excel Education. In this video, we are going to see a concept called conditional formatting. The tool is available in the Home tab that is present here, and the icon looks like this. As the word suggests, conditional formatting is formatting a particular cell based on a condition. Let us see in detail. One, two, three. I'm just naming these cells from 1 to 6. I'm just entering this data. Now let us say that I want Excel to format based on a certain condition. For that, I'm selecting all these cells and I'm going inside this conditional formatting. First, I would like to show you something called as data bars. Inside data bars, we have two options. One is gradient fill and one is solid fill. First, let us look into what is a gradient fill. See, the moment I click on gradient fill, you can see that the numbers start to appear. The numbers starts to the cells start to present itself much better in a way that we understand it much quicker. The gradient fill slowly starts from a dark color towards there is a gradient of of reduction in the color from left to right. Also, you can see that the number 6 has got the maximum fill and the number 1 has got the least fill in the cell, which clearly depicts that number 1 is having the least value of this list. Now let us see other options that are available inside data bars. Instead of gradient fill, within the gradient fill you have multiple colors. As I am hovering over multiple colors, you can see it changing in the array 1, A1 to A6. And if I am choosing solid colors, the only difference between a gradient and solid colors is that the solid fill will give a complete solid fill instead of a gradient. You can see the difference between a solid fill and a gradient. Now let us move to the next option called the color scales. The color scales is something that gives us, I'm sorry, I'll just remove the previous conditional formatting. For that, what you need to do is select the cells, go to conditional formatting and clear the rules from selected cells. This will remove all the conditional formatting that already exists in those cells. Now go to conditional formatting again, go to color scales. You can choose whatever color scale option that you want. In this case, red being the lowest option, lowest number will be given the color code red and green will be given to the maximum highest number. So the in between numbers will get color scales that are in between red and green. And in this case, you can see that 3 and 4 are having somewhere around orange and yellowish green color. Right. If I try to change this number from 1 to 7, you can see that the moment I press enter, the number 7, that cell, particular cell will turn to green. So you can see that moment I press enter, 7 is the cell 7 is much greener than the cell 6 that contains 6. This is because of the color scaling conditional formatting that is applied. Not just that, there are much more features as well. Let us say that we want, I'll first remove, I will just clear all these rules and now I'll show you by applying icon sets. Icon sets, there are multiple kinds of icon sets. Let us say that you want green color to be shown for the highest number and red color should be shown for the lowest number. And for such a formatting, you can go inside these shapes. There are multiple shapes. For just demonstration purpose, I'll just use the traffic light symbol, and you can see that the highest number 7 is having green and the lowest number 2 and 3 is having shades of red. You can also customize these formatting by selecting those cells and going inside this manage rule option. Once you go inside this manage rule option, you get an option to edit the rule. Here inside the edit rule, there are multiple options available. So here you can see that the whatever is above 67% is given as green. I'll just change that to number and I'll choose the number as, let us say, 5. And whatever is below 2 can be shown as red. I am changing this to number as well. Again, you can see in the drop down there are multiple options like number, percent, formula, percentile, etc. I just choose it to leave as number right now, 5 and 2. Okay, and apply. You can see that the moment a number crosses 5, it turns to green. Now, if you want something that is lesser than 2, it should turn to red, and yes, it turns to red. Let us try to change this number to 0. It should turn to red. Yes, it turns to red. All these conditional formatting is dynamic and therefore it is really useful. Now, I would like to show you one more example where rand array, you don't have to by heart all these formulas. We'll see all these formulas when the formula section comes. Let us say that 25, 1, 1, 2, let's say 25. All right. This is just for giving me some random numbers. All right. I will reduce the number of zeros. By the way, when you're having numbers in this particular option, you have the option to increase the number of decimal places and decrease the number of decimal places. Likewise, this will give you commas in between your numbers. Let us say that this is 15,000. I know I'm going a bit of off topic, but then uh, this is something that you should know. Let us say that this is also 15,000. Um, the moment you press on these comma, you can add commas. Commas based on Indian system, based on American system, all these options are available. By the way, let us get back to our initial concept. Yes. All right. So I don't want any, what do you call it, decimals. So I am removing everything by pressing this button. And now I'm going to conditional formatting once again. And I have multiple options here. Like we saw in sort and filter, similar options are available here also. You can choose to highlight a number that is greater than, let us say, 5. You can also choose the color you want, and all the numbers that are greater than 5 gets highlighted. Likewise, you can clear this rule and apply a fresh format. Let us say top 10 items. As far as top 10 items is concerned, not just the top 10 items, you can choose the top 3 items, top 1 item, top 2, whatever number you give, it just gets applied in the conditional formatting. Now I just give top 1 and you can see that the greatest number here, which is 24, gets highlighted, right? So I'll remove that as well. Clear rules. All right. Likewise, you also have top 10% items which gets highlighted. It is just the top 10 percentage that gets highlighted. You can change it to top 10, top 50, whatever you choose. Let us choose top 25% and you can see that these are the top 25% items. So this is about conditional formatting. I hope this video is of value to you. See you in the next video. Thank you.